Hello and a very warm welcome to all of you. India have won the series in Zimbabwe 3-0 as expected. It was a series whitewash, complete domination by this Indian team that was missing some of their top players, including their regular captain Rohit Sharma. But this was also the series that was meant to provide some much needed game time for players making a comeback after a long injury hiatus. This was also the series that was meant to give opportunities to some of the fringe players. Let's take a look at what are some of the takeaways from this series with an eye on the Asia Cup that starts on 27th of August, which is this Saturday. And on the 28th is the biggest rivalry in world cricket. India play arch rivals Pakistan in what will be a huge moment for both the nations. So players may underplay it, but deep down they all feel the pressure of playing each other. Keeping that in mind, let's take a look at whether India have managed to figure out answers to some of the questions before the Asia Cup. We begin with KL Rahul, the stand-in captain. He was racing against time after hurrying his comeback so that he can get some much needed game time before the Asia Cup, less than a week away. Not just that, the team management took the captaincy away from Shikhar Dhawan and gave it to KL Rahul when he was slotted into the team later. But KL Rahul, from the 3 games that he played, didn't provide an answer to the question, is he India's best bet to open in the Asia Cup? KL Rahul last played an international match in February before the series, and he may have been the second highest run scorer in the IPL. He still needed to spend some time in the middle, which he didn't manage to get. Curiously, in the first 2 games, KL opted to field first against a weaker Zimbabwe side, and in the first ODI, didn't get to bat. In the second ODI, KL managed to face 5 deliveries and scored just 1 run before getting out to an ordinary shot. In the third game, he did get some time in the middle and faced 46 deliveries, but didn't look as convincing as he normally is and was eventually out for 30. Is that enough practice before he's put in a high-pressure game against Pakistan? He's also said that he feels tired after playing the series since he's making a comeback. So there you have it. KL Rahul, has he done enough to open in the Asia Cup? But moving on to the biggest positive of the series, it is Shubman Gill. The 22-year-old was always seen as an extremely talented batter. But this year just seems different for Shubman Gill. First, he impressed us all in the IPL, playing a crucial role in Gujarat Titans' victory, being the second highest run scorer for his team this season, and then has grabbed every opportunity that has been given to him. Highest run scorer in the series against the West Indies, and now the highest run scorer in the Zimbabwe series. He looks calm, he looks assured in the middle. One of the wonderful things about him is that the game that he's playing, he's completely suited to the ODIs. He wants to play a risk-free game and reduce the dot ball percentage. He spoke about that in the post-match presentation, and he's been able to do that. The 100 that he scored, which is 130 of 97 balls, it looked like he was batting on a completely different pitch than everybody else, including KL Rahul, Shikhar Dhawan and Ishan Kishan. They all struggled to score freely on that pitch, but KL was just exquisite with his timing and placement throughout his innings. He's quickly rising up the pecking order in ODIs and could be India's opener for the 2023 World Cup if he keeps batting like this consistently. Okay, then let's move on to our next player, Deepak Chahar. Deepak Chahar was another player that the team management had their eyes on. In fact, one of the selectors even said that he is being put in as a backup bowler in the Asia Cup squad, and if he does well in Zimbabwe, he might be in that squad of 15. Has he done enough to replace possibly Avish Khan in the squad? Well, Deepak Chahar bowled his best spell ever in ODIs, taking 3 for 27 in the first ODI. He ran through Zimbabwe's top order in the power play and showed what he's capable of, and just the way he was swinging the ball against their best batsman. But in a huge surprise, he was rested from the second ODI. There is no clarity on why he was rested, but it does beg the question, is he fit enough? That's the big question. Chahar took 2 wickets in the last ODI, but went for a lot of runs and couldn't stop Sikandar Raza, who, like Shubman Gill, was in full flow. So at the end of 3 matches, the jury is still out on his match fitness. Is he fit enough to play the Asia Cup? That's the big question. Okay, then let's also talk about the ODI Colossus, Shikhar Dhawan, who's had a very good year in this format. He scored 550 plus scores in 13 innings this year. He scored 542 runs at an average of 49.27 and that strike rate of 76.33, which for a team that believes in the aggressive approach, all-out attacking approach, can be a bit problematic. Dhawan's overall career strike rate is much higher at 92.07. He will be 37 next year, but given his brilliant record in ICC events, expect the team management to have complete faith in him. Lastly, just before we wrap this up, Axar Patel, he's remained under the shadow of Ravindra Jadeja, but in this series, he was very impressive. Not only did he pick wickets, he was also economical. And in the last ODI, even as the others went for runs, including Deepak Chahar, Avesh Khan went for runs as well. Deepak Chahar went for, 75 runs. Axar Patel picked up 2 wickets while giving away just 30 runs in 10 overs, reinforcing the fact that India have a very, very good bench strength. That's what we got to see in the Zimbabwe series. Despite some of the top players having been having not been playing the series, having been out of the series, including the captain Rohit Sharma, the team has done well. It was expected for them to do well, but it was a very dominant performance from this Indian team. Now they head to Asia Cup and the big match, like I said, less than a week away, India versus Pakistan. We'll get you all the latest from the Asia Cup, the preview to that big game, as well as what we can expect from this Indian team going into this tournament. News 9 Sports is what you need to subscribe to for all the latest from the world of sports. That's it from us. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.